Thank you for taking the time for listening to our report on the evolution of pollution, presented by Andrew Rabi, Mayumi Uchida, and Joanne Daong. An organization known as the World Bank has provided us with the data regarding the world's progression in air pollution. The World Bank, since its founding, provides a vital source of financial and technical assistance to developing countries around the world. World development indicators include an array of data to compare and contrast the countries and their progression. It presents the most current and accurate global development data available and includes national, regional, and global estimates. In our report, we have used Watson Analytics software to perform a comparative analysis on the countries of the world and their progression into the evolution of pollution. The data we used regarded air pollution and the mean annual exposure measured in micrograms per cubic meter and included the world aggregates. The World Bank has made this information available from its website, and we thought it would be interesting to see what the data could tell us through Watson Analytics.
So evolution of air pollution is found by uploading the dataset for PM2.5 air pollution mean annual exposure included in the world and aggregates from 1990 to 2013 to Watson Analytics. The dataset was organized and converted to a CSV file before uploading it into Watson Analytics. The feature of Explore, Assemble, Predictive, and Social Media in Watson Analytics were used to create visualization to help make analysis clearer and deeper. Watson Analytics Explorer creates useful and beautiful visualization of the data uploaded. By using Explorer, different kinds of visualizations of PM2.5 air pollution mean annual exposure have been created automatically. The first visualization shows the top country of the PM2.5 air pollution mean annual exposure in 1990. Mauritania has a drastically higher rating than other countries on the chart, followed by Singapore and Saudi Arabia. In 2013, Singapore has disappeared from the chart and China moved up from 8th highest to be the second highest rated. Mauritania's ranking is still much higher than other countries, even though the relationship sum has decreased slightly from 1990 to 2013. Singapore had a minus 33-point reduction in the relationship between 1990 and 49.8 in 2013, 60.6. By using the Assemble feature, the difference between 1990 and 2013 has become more visible on the world map. Mauritania is the deepest color on the map in both 1990 and 2013, which illustrates how the country has impacted air pollution. China's color has extremely darkened in 2013 compared to 1990. The United States of America has less air pollution in 2013 compared to 1990. South Asia has taken up a higher percentage in air pollution exposure. East Asia and Pacific follows SAS, and the third place is East Asia and Pacific. Pacific Islands small states is the smallest portion in the overall air pollution exposure. The visualization illustrates the air pollution exposure of aggregates compared by 1990 and 2013. While some aggregates shows decreases in 2013, others shows increases compared to 1990. The biggest difference is seen in South Asia, which has increased from 1990 to 2013. Central Europe and the Baltics had a significant decrease from 1990 to 2013, a difference of minus 14.05. The total air pollution exposure values of the world have increased from 1990 to 2013. Watson Analytics predict feature allows us to know about the data well. The feature helps to predict and explain the meaning behind the data. The visualization shows that the data of year 1990 is a predictor of 2015, which can be acceptable percentage to use the data for the project. Watson Analytics for social media guides to build a social media data model that allows to identify trends, key influencers, and sentiment. By using the function with the words air pollution and water pollution, visualizations for the topics on sentiment, demographics, and sources are created. The visualization shows how many each word appeared on sources such as Twitter, forums, and reviews. Air pollution has been mentioned more than water pollution for 3 months. Sentiment percentage analyzes when people write negatively or positively about a topic based on other words used in the sentence. The sentiment in mentions of both air pollution and water pollution is more negative. Twitter has a big number of mentions for air pollution compared to the other sources. Males have mentioned the words more than females do. Percentage of mentions by parental status is more than marital status. It is also seen that parental status people have more mentions of water pollution than air pollution.
Singapore's air pollution improved from 1990 to 2013, while China's air pollution worsened in the same years for the following reasons. Singapore's air pollution control is regulated by the Environmental Protection and Management Act. The National Environment Agency helps assess air pollution levels and reviewed plans by Singapore's government to reduce air pollutant emissions and have target goals of reaching each by 2020. Singapore also revised its green plans. In addition to its overpopulated country, China has become more industrialized over the years. Due to a lack of pollution controls, environmental pollution has gotten worse over the years. Coal combustion emits sulfur, which is a particulate matter that worsens air pollution. Many developed countries have relocated their operations to less developed countries to reduce costs. These corporations rely on many fossil fuels, and its factories emit carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. As a result, third world countries have higher pollution levels than developed countries. Additionally, there are less trees and forests to clean the air since corporations elect to use the land space to construct buildings for its operations. Each country has its own rules and regulations and governing bodies to monitor air pollution levels. The United States, for example, has the Environmental Protection Agency, but the entire world has the World Health Organization, As many have said, we as citizens of this planet need to take better care of our planet. Corporate greed gets in the way, but it's also the choices that we make as a society that affect our environment. Corporations who claim they are fulfilling social responsibility can benefit from Watson Analytics by being able to understand which of their factories can decrease the amount of pollutants that are emitted. Individuals and citizens of this planet can also utilize Watson because of the decisions they make. We have decided to purchase hybrid cars and implement solar panels and solar energies to our environment. Governments need to stand unified and enforce stricter laws in order for us to breathe better air. Also, leaders need to demonstrate that they care about our air and provide incentives for corporations to implement green technology into their factories. The tone at the top of each corporation and each government will also affect how its employees and citizens acts towards the environment. In conclusion, Watson is a powerful analyzation cloud service that helps businesses have a clear understanding and make effective decisions through beautiful visualizations. Only companies today that invest in business decisions analysis as a primary tool of decision making can remain in a highly competitive and an internet-centric world where abundant data and information are available. Any business thrives under conditions of uncertainty and probability due to too many variables that influence a situation. The decision-making process requires numerous data collection and analysis to reach optimal business decisions. A short time ago, it took tremendous work to analyze collected information and data, and people were spending too much time on it. However, IBM has made what users need to make feasible decisions. In addition to the advantages, the software can be used for free as a trial. There's also a positive which has more storage and functions starting at $30 per month. IBM's Watson Analytics is definitely a modern system to prosper in business and meet the needs of companies that would like to surge ahead of the competitors. Thank you.